Hey everyone, it's Michael here with GoodReader.com with another reading comparison video. Right here we have the Amazon Kindle DX Graphite Edition, and here we have the second generation iPad mini. This is the iPad with Retina. We have a 9.7 inch screen versus a 7.9 inch screen. This is touchscreen, this is not. We have more of a viewing area on this model, but this is full color, so you actually get to see these crazy dwarf monsters in all their glory. Here you have a little bit higher resolution, but it is in black and white. Now, with the iPad mini, we can pinch and zoom. So if we want to see this guy, or we want to read this text, it's pretty easy. With the Kindle DX, you actually have to go through a few buttons here. We have to actually find a zoom rating here. So we're just zooming in at a basic 150%, and we can kind of show you how text looks. Now, the majority of this document is a white background with black and gray text. Now, as you can see, that this background is like an off-white. It's almost like reading on paper, which is the benefits of a dedicated e-reader. But you kind of like lose some of that functionality with not being able to take advantage of the touch screen. Now, both of these do have speakers, so you can listen to audiobooks and music while you're reading if that's sort of like what you want to do. Now, we zoomed in again to see it full page, and as you can kind of see, we can actually fit more on, like we have all of this on a page, but I feel like this text is a little bit bigger than this when we're kind of zoomed into the full rating here. Being a 180 meg file, I find that both of them, in terms of like page turns, do an adequate job. The iPad is a bit faster. By a long shot, but you know, if you do have time and you're not that concerned with instant page turns, this is like a fairly solid e-reader in terms of PDF. Now, with a PDF document on the Apple iPad, you can define a word, search the web, you can also have like a little looking glass here. With the Kindle, you really don't have a lot of options. You can add a bookmark, and that's basically about it. Okay, let's look in an ebook. So I'm going to go to the library, hit books. I'll just look at a random book here. Okay. Now let's look at some of the options that we have here on the Kindle first. First of all, as you can see here, that this text may not be readable for everyone. But you can click the AA button and actually do text on demand. Make it larger. You can actually rotate the screen in both landscape and portrait mode. But you also have text to speech, which I find is fairly solid. Now, words per line is a way that you can kind of you know, as you saw, everything was centered, but if we went to default, the words actually go from like end to end, which is a little bit easier to read. You also have a few options here. You can add a note or highlight. So I could press the center of the D-pad and highlight a word. And then press center to save it. One of the kind of the cool things about this is that you could actually write with the physical keyboard. So instead of highlighting, I can just start typing. Oh, he is indeed the most handsome guy I know. So I can save and share via Facebook or Twitter, or I can just save the note. And when you save the note, you see a little symbol there. I can actually search for all of the notes that I made, or I can search for popular highlights. And this kind of takes this book and searches Amazon for other people that have made highlights. So you can see that this passage 442 times, this passage 373 times, so on and so forth. With the Apple iPad, you can click on the center to get the buttons here. You could change the text, make it larger and smaller on demand. You actually don't have a lot of ability to change the margins like we did with the Kindle DX, but we can change the background to a softer, instead of it being pure white, we're going to do it to sepia, which is meant to emulate like a real book. But we also go to nighttime reading mode, which makes the background black and the text white. You can also change the fonts, and this is something that you can't do on the DX. So we can change it to a number of other options here. No pinching and zooming in ebooks. But if you can kind of see for yourself that a lot of text is on this page versus here, this is still all together. What I find is good about the DX is that it's good for people that need larger fonts. If you go to your average bookstore, there's often a fairly small section for books that are published in big fonts. And this is for people that maybe have vision problems, or as you get a little bit older in age, the eyesight is not what it used to be, or maybe you just didn't eat a lot of carrots when you were a kid. But with the DX, you can actually just change the fonts on demand, and the screen is big enough that really anybody could craft their own experience. With the iPad mini, I don't think that it's an e-reader first and foremost. I think it's mainly just a multimedia device, whereas the Kindle DX, it is an e-reader first and foremost. We're in the iBooks app here, and this is the main screen for the Kindle DX. As you can see, there's a lot of book covers here, fairly interesting. Here, not so interesting, it's fairly bare bones. Let's check out the store experience. We're going to hit menu, and we're going to shop in the Kindle store. Incidentally, iBooks is the only store really on the iPad that actually sells books to you directly. So you can see here it's a panoramic thing, featured books. It's meant to all be scrolled. Here, it's meant to be just preserved here. And so you can buy things that are published on the Kindle first. You can look for ebooks, newspapers, fan fiction, short fiction. We'll just click on a random title just to give you a sense of like what the book's descriptions look like. So as you can see, this text is really small and there's no way to actually increase it. With here, this text is really readable. It's large enough that you could really see and get the gist of everything happening here. One-click buying, you can try a sample and have it delivered. One of the things that's important to note for buying things is the Apple iPad mini 2 has two different models. It has Wi-Fi and it has data. If you do a data plan, you actually have to pay a monthly fee. If I live in Canada and I get a data fee for my iPad mini and I travel to the States, my data actually doesn't work. With Amazon Kindle DX, it actually has free 3G internet access. So I could actually travel around with my Kindle DX no matter where I visit, and I can buy books and not actually have to pay for internet access. With this, if I want internet access, you usually have to spend about $100 extra on a 16 gig model or a 64 gig model, and then pay that monthly fee. With this, it's still $199 and you don't have to pay anything for the data. So if you're looking for a portable e-reader where you can buy books on the go and don't want to be bogged down by any of the logistics of sending home a Wi-Fi network, or say you're just buying a gift for your parents and maybe they're not too tech savvy, I really like the DX in this regard. When it comes comes to the shopping experience, I think the Kindle DX is a little bit better. When it comes to the ebook experience, I think that long-term reading sessions, the Kindle DX is way easier on the eyes than the Apple iPad is, but I do think that the Apple iPad does handle PDF files a little bit better, just being able to pinch and zoom and get things in full color. Let us know what you guys think. Drop a comment below. If you're watching this video on another website, youtube.com/goodyreader is our channel name, and for more videos you can check out goodyreader.com. And for Goody Reader, my name is Michael, and everybody take care.
youtube.com/goodyreader is the channel name if you're watching this on another website or channel. That is where we have over 920 videos. We do lots of contests, we take requests, we have lots of news blasts, discussion, roundtable discussion, even though our table is a square or rectangle, and lots of drive time videos with yours truly, right her, and lots more stuff on that channel. And of course we do requests, so if you guys have anything you want us to film or have anything you want us to talk about, let us know and we will try our best to accommodate.